Mark Zuckerberg uses the most expensive lawyers in the world. So if you try to sue Mark Zuckerberg and you lose, not only will you not win any money, but it might cost you a massive amount of money if the court orders you to reimburse Mark Zuckerberg for his attorney's fees. And that's exactly what happened today to two lawyers in Colorado who filed a massive lawsuit, the biggest in American history, asking for $160 billion because the lawsuit said the presidential election was stolen from Donald Trump by Mark Zuckerberg. Reed Newrider, a federal magistrate judge in Colorado today, ordered the two lawyers who brought that lawsuit to pay the attorney's fees for all of the defendants, which include state government officials, as well as two very rich companies who use very expensive lawyers, Facebook and Dominion voting systems. The lawsuit also included, as individual defendants, Mark Zuckerberg and his wife, Priscilla Chan. The two lawyers who filed the lawsuit, Gary Fielder and Ernest Walker, claimed the defendants engaged in concerted action to interfere with the 2020 presidential election through a coordinated effort. So this lawsuit said, without a single shred of evidence, that Mark Zuckerberg was conspiring with his wife and actively conspiring with the governor of Michigan, the Secretary of State of Michigan, the Secretary of State of Georgia, along with several other individuals, and with the Dominion Voting Systems Company. According to this lawsuit, all of those people and companies were constantly communicating with each other and conspiring to steal the election from Donald Trump. The lawyers claimed that they represented 160 million American registered voters. They claimed they represented us, and they asked for $160 billion in damages. These lawyers were trying to trade financial positions with Mark Zuckerberg. They were actually trying to become richer than Mark Zuckerberg with this lawsuit. Judge Newrider used careful legal language to describe the lawsuit, calling it frivolous, disorganized, and fantastical. The judge also said the lawsuit is, quote, the stuff of which violent insurrections are made. The judge does not have the power to disbar the two lawyers. That is up to the State of Colorado Bar Association. Gary Fielder and Ernest Walker, who dreamed of becoming billionaires through this lawsuit, could now be bankrupted by this phony, frivolous lawsuit. They have no idea tonight how much money they owe Mark Zuckerberg and the other defendants, because the lawyers for the defendants have not yet submitted their bills in this case. Other judges in other jurisdictions around the country are considering the same sort of penalties against Trump lawyers who filed totally false lawsuits on behalf of the Trump campaign. And speaking of frivolous lawsuits, Donald Trump filed a hopeless lawsuit today, trying to prevent the IRS from handing over his tax returns to the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee. Donald Trump will lose that lawsuit because the right of the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee and the chairman of the Senate Finance Committee, the two tax writing committees, their right to see individual tax returns is clearly written in tax law, and it includes absolutely no exceptions.